What's going on YouTube? It's Shabby Crazy, and this is episode 8 of Golden Moments. Man, I'm always taking time off, and I know I'm not consistent with these videos. I really am not, but I think that's what makes it special, because I come at you guys when I feel like the time is ready, and I think the time is ready for a new episode. So today we are going to be talking about sexual transmutation. So, transmutation is simply when you take something in its base element and you change it into something else. And it's kind of like an alchemy type of thing. But the energy that you have when it comes to sexual arousal and sexual urges is actually vital, creative energy that you can transform or transmute into something productive, something creating. And I think that as a society, something like porn has kind of shaped our minds to believe that that's what sex is supposed to be. Just this conquering, diminishing thing where it's almost like girls are to be conquered for men's ego. And it also makes men a slave too, because we're slave to the women's body. We're slave to the women's sexuality. Saying is that sometimes men can be slaves to the women's physique and slaves to our own inner lust. So we need to learn how to transmute this energy. Well, first of all, let's understand what the sexual energy is. It's a strong, vital energy that is a big motivator. Notice how men kind of live for that. It's also creative energy. It's an energy that we come up with new ideas and we execute a lot of them. But that energy needs to be transmuted. So now the best way to do that, first of all, we gotta try as hard as we can to disconnect from porn and start learning what edging is. So basically, there is a way that you can actually have orgasms without ejaculating. It helps so much because it's good to conquer your lust. It's good to conquer these things that motivate you to do all the wrong things, transmute it into things that are going to make you do the right things that are going to make you go farther with your career, farther with the things that you're trying to do in your life. That's why the greatest time for men is when they're in their 50s, because their sexual drive is a little bit lower and they're more focused on career and things like that. So with sexual transmutation, the key is to control your lust and not to repress it or anything, to know that it's there. Your body has needs. You know, masturbating is okay, but don't let go of your vital energy every single time. Learn edging. There's a book called The Multi-Orgasmic Man. It'll teach you how to do it. But basically, a short little thing about it. When you're about to get to that point where you feel like you're ejaculating, give yourself like a good 30 seconds, maybe like a minute before that, and just stop. And inhale. Take the breath in, take the energy, focus on where the energy is building up at, and bring it up your spine. You'll have an orgasm, but you won't have to ejaculate. And it's like so relieving, and it helps because it does wonders for your body. You don't lose any of that energy. You know, sometimes when we let go of that energy, we become depressed and we become tired, and everything is energy. So when we're getting negative energy and when we're letting go of our good energy, we become tired and we're not, motivated, and we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. So watch where your attention goes. If your attention is always on the next girl that's walking by, or the next woman that's walking by, or the next man that's walking by, whatever it is that you're into, I'm not here to judge. Just, try to focus a little bit more. Don't repress anything. Sit in it for a while. Sit in that emotion for a while. Sit in that for a little bit, but identify it. And don't adopt its ideas. Just identify it and accurately assess what you're going to do about it. Is it benefiting you to think that way, or are you actually becoming a slave to this woman's body, or a slave to this lust that you have inside of yourself? Because it's not the woman, it's you. It's really you. I definitely recommend reading some more books on sexual transmutation. Try to stay away from porn. See, what porn does is that porn creates these expectations and false realities, and it can actually desensitize you, and you don't want to get desensitized. You want to love having sex. Lastly, the last thing I'm going to say is that sex should be a connection between two people. So when you connect with someone, you shouldn't be very weary of their energy. So if they have good energy and, they reciprocate the good energy that you give, it's okay to connect with them in that way, have sex. But when you're out here having sex with just anyone and empty sex, you're giving away a lot of your energy and you're taking a lot of energy of theirs.
Yet another transition, and I'm sorry to be so choppy and be jumping in and out of these videos, but I wanted to also talk about sexual aggression. Now this is specifically for the men out there, so men, listen up. We can be sexually aggressive, and it has a lot to do with the shame that we're not allowed to express. As men, we have to uphold certain standards and things like that, and when we don't, we internalize the shame because we're not even allowed to express it. And what shame does, it tries to escape in certain outlets, and one of the biggest outlets for men is sexual aggression. Now when I mean sexual aggression, I mean this need, this like unforgiving need to have to mate with women, and it takes over your whole mind to the point where you build your value on this thing, and you can be sexually aggressive by, you know, trying to coerce, or, you know, in very worse situations, very worse circumstances, rape women and men. Even in the most subtle forms, is just begging and pleading and like doing everything you can to have sex with a girl or whatever like that. That's where we become slaves. That's where that sexual aggression comes in. So watch your shame and watch what's the reason you're looking for sex as an outlet. Is it to connect with someone, or is it to mask some type of pain that you have or make you feel like more of a man? Because when that's the reason, that actually can hurt you and can hurt your spiritual growth. So remember, sexual aggression is a thing. Remember what your shame is. It could come from your childhood or whatever. Just make it conscious to yourself. Say it out loud. Write it to yourself. Accurately pinpoint it and know what is it that's driving you towards porn or towards sexual aggression or sexual fantasy, and what are you even doing it for? Are you doing it to connect with someone? Are you doing it to just please yourself? Or are you trying to make yourself feel more of a man or better for something? So remember, sexual aggression is a thing.
Oh, and excuse me, you're gonna see me change clothes and change positions and sceneries and places because I'm taking this video at different times, and this wasn't something that I'd like planned to do before. I just decided, you know what, let's do it. Like, I'm gonna get this video done, and I don't want to do it all today. I kind of procrastinated a little bit, just a little bit. That's unintentional. But anyways, you guys, control your urges, control yourself, take a deep breath, all right, and recognize it. If at least that's all you can do, just recognize it and be conscious and be like, I'm being lustful right now. This is my sexual aggression talking. Oh, and I just wanted to say big shout out to Ari. She's the reason why we have this video here today. She's a big supporter. She wanted to make sure that I put out another Golden Moments video, so thank you to Ari. You can follow her on Instagram at IamPrincessAri with 2 eyes at the end. I think that concludes everything. The last thing I wanted to say actually is that there is a sexual health. Just the same way you would check yourself up for STDs and stuff like that physically, check your energy, check your spirit, you can get a spiritual STD. It burns. I'm just kidding. Check your energy. And I think that's pretty much it, you guys. If you want to know more about me, I'm Shade Be Crazy. You can follow me on Instagram at Shade Be Crazy. That's just the letter B, not B-E. Look in the description. That's how you spell it. Follow me on Instagram at Shade Be Crazy, or visit my website, thegoldensouls.com. I have music, I have hats, I have more videos up there too. Like all the YouTube videos are there. And stay tuned for more videos. They might not be more Golden Moments videos, maybe not, but I definitely have some cool content coming for you guys in the near future. So peace and love, my golden souls. Yes, peace and love. T.O. down, baby.